Praise is due to the Most High, family. We back with another Acres Anime Review. Look, family, I know my schedule kind of derailed me a little bit in the past week or so, but we back with another Acres Anime Review. I just finished watching episode 7 of The Water Magician, and it's getting kind of crazy. I don't know how many episodes are in this season. You know, it might only be 13. I don't know. But this is a good episode, but I have some issues that I need to bring up with y'all, family. So anyway, episode 7 of The Water Magician. So we went in, we got this great tidal bore that is, you know, it's coming. It's coming. We're trying to figure out how we're going to deal with it. We had some royal authorities come and approach the guild in Loon, you know, to collaborate and to investigate. And so we went into the dungeon. You know what I'm saying? Like we had in the previous episodes, basically a little goblin war. We dealt with a bunch of goblins, the Goblin King. We went into the dungeon to investigate why is this happening, because this is not the great tidal bore, but it's concerning enough that it kind of you know, it looks like one, but we know it shouldn't be. So we investigated. We go down to, I believe, the 10th layer of the dungeon, and then we see a gate. We see a big old door, and that door teleported, as far as we know. That's not quite confirmed 100%, but according to the royal authorities that are there with us, I mean ABEL and the Crimson Sword Guild Party, which is only B rank. But so we're on the 10th layer, we find a gate, and then all of a sudden we're teleported. And according to the intel team, who is not in the dungeon, you know, we got an intel team outside of the dungeon, while the adventurers and the Crimson Sword Party is inside the dungeon. We've been teleported inside the dungeon. We was on the 10th layer. The intel party, you know, the team inside the dungeon don't know for sure. We're only speculating inside the dungeon. The team outside the dungeon is saying, hey, they got teleported to the 38th layer. It might have been the 40th layer. It's something around there. The 38th layer or to the 40th layer is where we were teleported. Comment down below, you know, to correct me, family. But so low-key, they divided us into two groups at the same time. So we got teleported, we're divided. We got one group over here on the 38th layer. We got ABEL and his party and some other royal authorities on the other side, or on another part of the 38th layer. And so ABEL is like, hey, Rhea, Lynn, I think it was Rhea that has the probe spell. He's like, hey, can you use your probe spell and tell us, you know, we've been teleported. We don't know where we are. We don't know what we're facing and dealing with. Can you use your probe spell? Remember, she used this prior to the goblin skirmish. And so she tell us, oh, well, there's another group of humans over there, and then there's something I've never sensed before in my life. I don't know what is going on. So ABEL and them make their way over to the other part of the adventurers that were teleported. And it turns out that they dealing with some demons. Or some devils. I apologize, family. Now, if you watch anime in Japanese dub with subtitles, you know that devil and Akuma is the Japanese word for devil. So, but I'm only bringing that up to say that I think in this series there's a distinction between devils and Akuma, because Rio fought in Akuma during the eclipse a few episodes ago. These are not Akuma like Rio fought. These are devils. These are something different. Just clarifying for you, family. So I forgot how many it was. I forgot how many devils it was, but it was a big number, and they was pressing this group. And it seemed like it was really only a bunch of mages that were over there, and so they were giving them the fits. I mean, we fought back a little bit, but we was really struggling, because it was really taking like 4 magicians to all target a single devil for them to take it down. You know, so like these devils have a certain level of defense against magician spells, right? But so we were overwhelming them on an individual basis, at least slightly. Now ABEL pull up, the rest of the Crimson Sword party pull up, and so now we're actually able, no pun intended, we're able, with ABEL, to fight off these devils. So, and shout out ABEL, man. I mean, we got a taste of his strength and pedigree and skill while he was traveling with Rio. And then again when he fought the Goblin King. But man, I don't know if ABEL stepped up a level or if this is where he was at to begin with, and now we just getting an idea of what he does with a tougher challenge. But ABEL stepped up. He was the MVP of this episode, and he's only, now I'm curious, is there an A-ranked party in this guild? Because so far we've really only seen ABEL, and then I forgot old boy's name in the other guild, the other B-ranked guild party that's like on par with ABEL. Anyhow, ABEL, the magicians ran out of mana, so they can't fire spells at the devils, but we've dwindled their numbers, to the point where now it's like 5 or 6 devils and a demon prince. And we got a quick explanation on that. Now, I don't know if we're gonna see all the demon princes. I don't know when we'll see a demon lord, but apparently, according to Lynn or Rhea, one of the two, there can only be 4 demon princes at a time, and it's really no telling which one will graduate in advance to become a demon lord, but one of them will. And so this is the level of threat that we're presented with right now. So ABEL says, man, I gotta, there's no more mana for these magicians. We have to move to melee tactics. So he get his tank and his party with the shield, and he's like, we'll go single file. We're gonna take out some of these devils. But ABEL's really telling himself, I'm really only gonna be able to take out the rest of these devils, and I'm not really expecting of myself to be able to handle this demon prince. That's something I probably won't be able to do. He's telling his party almost like he's like saying his goodbyes. He's like, hey, y'all just be safe. Somebody may come and help us while I fend off this demon prince that I don't believe that I can defeat. And so ABEL's giving it his all. He's fighting like a champ, and then lo and behold, the goated one. Rio is goated for this. I mean, we know he's on a different level, but he appears. How? We don't know. When? I mean, I guess right now. But Rio appears right as we're confronted with only the demon prince left, and Rio saying, hey, chill, ABEL. I got you. I'm gonna handle this.